Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Merca Guns and Freedom Podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just a conversation between me and my viewers. It's a time of day where you can come on here and you can talk amongst yourselves for an hour or so. I have conversations about common interest with like-minded individuals over there. Or you can ask me questions because I'm here and I'm blabbering, so I might as well answer some questions. So feel free to ask me any question you want, suggest any topic you want while you're chatting amongst your friends over there. If you ask me something technical that I don't know the answer to, or if you ask me about experience with something I don't have experience with, pay attention to the live chat for that, because someone in there will have the answers you're looking for and they'll let you have them. So otherwise, though, ask me whatever you want. Doesn't have to be gun related. I'll do my best to address it. I like to start off every chat by reading the names of people that have purchased merchandise over the last 24 hours. And we've got one person has purchased merchandise over the last 24 hours, and they did buy a shirt to support Toy Guns for Tots. And it is Charles Williams. Charles Williams. So thanks to Charles Williams there. And if you want to support the channel, especially if you want to support Toy Guns for Tots, because we got Toy Guns for Tots going on right now. If you want to go over and do that, feel free to go over to my website, TYMPpistolproject.com. I'll put a link in the upper corner here. If you go over to the website right there, you'll see the very first thing you see is that we're doing Toy Guns for Tots 2025. If you want to donate, you can donate any amount you want, $1, $100, whatever. But for every 20 you donate, you get an entry into the drawing where we're going to be giving away some really nice prizes, including a Von Derringer, a Henry rifle. So, feel free to go over there, and at least that's what we think it's going to be right now. It might change tomorrow after I go to the gun shop, but we'll see. Might see something there really cool that I want to give away. You never know. But go on over there, donate to Toy Guns for Tots if you haven't yet and you can afford to. If you don't want to just donate straight away, but you still like an entry in the drawing, you can go down here and click on my Swag Bag Bonanza link, and the first thing you'll see is the Toy Guns for Tots store. You buy any of this merch, I'll donate $20 to Toy Guns for Tots in your name. You'll get an entry, and you're basically getting the item. You're getting that entry you would have gotten just for giving the money, but then you're getting an item at cost. And there's stuff here you can also give as gifts. People aren't buying the gifts. I've buy a bunch of these mugs, buy a bunch of these ornaments, have them to give out at Christmas, especially if you have coworkers, etc., or you got someone show up you don't know. Get a couple of these mugs here. They say on the back, a donation has been made on your behalf to Toy Guns for Tots 2025 because of you, and any child's Christmas will be brighter. So they get the mug, put some candy canes in it, wrap it in cellophane. It's a really nice gift. And they get the warm feeling of knowing they helped the child, and you get the entry into the drawing. So go on over and do it. You can also, over there on the website, do other things, like you can enter grip drawings when we have some, stock drawings when we have one. You can also become a TYM Triple P supporter. You can join Patreon, Subscribe Star. You can register to be a TYMP beneficiary, or you can nominate someone for Handguns for Heroes. We should have that up and running really soon now. So, and we will do for the back month or two we missed. We'll do like 3 at one time. So keep that open in your mind, I should say. And with that being said, let's get on with the chat. After we've done the spiel part, let's get over here to the questions, see if we got anything coming in. Well, we got the one here I want to answer. Avo357 said, Yanks, I have my SIG P229 40 cal Smith & Wesson and Glock 27 in my carry rotation, and I want to add the HK USP 45 all full size. Thoughts? Having a 45 AARP fever. Well, the USP is a great gun, but the one I would go get, if I was going to get an HK pistol in 45, I would just get, I'm trying to make sure I'm saying the right name of it here. Hold on. Pistoles. I would go get the Mark 23. Won't you get the Mark 23? Carry that big old sucker. You got smaller ones with your 229 and your 27. Get you something when you want to stand out. Get you the Mark 23. That thing is freaking awesome. I would buy that, and I don't like 45 AARP, but I would like to have that gun. I would definitely like to have that gun. So go get that one. Get me one too while you're at it. I will appreciate it for a while, but then I'll be like, well, what have you done for me lately after I get it? Let's see here. Let me get back over here to the questions. Let's see what we got coming in. There ain't a lot over here. That was Christian Carlson made a donation to Toy Guns for Tots. John and Mandrick made a donation to Toy Guns for Tots. Mike Dial, I think this was actually for the earlier chat because he chimed in over there, because I think he chimed in over here wrong at first. But he said, Glock changed to get ahead. Glock changed to get ahead. They were notified of the problem and changed it. So now they can't be held from before. Ruger must change or discontinue or lose a ton if they continue to lose. There was no cases that were ever lost in that. Nothing that was ever even really filed that had any chance of succeeding. That's why they went ahead and passed laws on a state level about the banning the trigger bar system. That law hasn't even stood up to scrutiny yet as to whether it's constitutional. I think it could very easily be argued that it's unconstitutional. Glock just got ahead of it all, so they didn't have to go through the fight, because it wouldn't be worth it to them to go through the fight, because they would lose the states like California. They have guns that they can sell in California, and it's a big market. They would lose that market right off the bat, period. And if any other states picked it up, like Illinois, New York, which they likely could, New Jersey, another more big markets they would lose right off the bat, because all their guns fall under that category. Ruger doesn't sell there anyway, so they don't care. And they don't stand to lose that much of a market. In fact, even if they got banned in the 3 biggest markets, they could probably make that up from the other markets, because they'd be like, hey, look, you can still get Gen 3 Glocks from us. Same gun. So there's no lawsuits that have been lost. So, all right. Where was I? But they did get ahead of it, that's for sure, because they didn't want to fight the fights. John and Mandrick chimed in and said, I find the Supreme Court docket interesting and see them not ending up on our side. Is there a Supreme Court case you're following? Well, pretty much all of them. Aren't they all the Hawaiian stuff or the 18 and up stuff? I mean, I'm curious about all of it. But, I mean, yeah, I guess isn't there only 3 that are really big cases that are there now? I'm not sure what they are. If there's one I'm not thinking of, let me know. But there's the Hawaiian stuff, and then there's the 18 to 20-year-olds being able to buy guns. They're addressing that stuff, I think. So let me know. Is there something else I'm missing or forgetting that I know about, but I just don't remember right now? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Then we got Christian Carlson chiming in. That's our last super chat coming in tonight. And he said, Ghost Shadow and I agree. There should be more 38 super double stack options that are affordable. No, nobody agrees with that. Nobody agrees with nobody thinks that. You don't even think that. There's no way anybody thinks that. So yeah, I don't buy it. We did get an order coming through on the website. Jeffrey Beeson, what did he buy? He bought a Toy Guns for Tots 2025 car magnet. He bought a car magnet. He's going to advertise it on the car or stick it somewhere else. You can also put them on your safe and everything else. They're basically big 5-inch square magnets that you can stick on your bumper or your back of your car, or you can put them on your safe, whichever one you prefer. But I wanted to read that so that I can push it through tonight. All right, let me get back over. I think that was it for the super chats tonight. We don't got a lot coming in. Do we got anybody here? We got like 93 people here. That's it. Let me see if we got any emails coming in. Audited 2 says, just bought GX4 Toro for $229. Never bought a gun from Grab a Gun from them before, so thanks for the review. Yeah, Grab a Gun's a good shop to buy from. You won't regret that. A nominal snowman said, I hadn't even thought of this, but I realized as of the last few years, I'm a closeted gun owner. I mentioned unwittingly in passing to someone I have a handful of NFA shit to file in January, which led to a long explanation. I've known them for 5 years, never brought up guns ever. Oh, I couldn't imagine being a closet because everybody knows I love guns. And the reason for that is the gun owner crowd has become so reprehensible. Yes, they are. Luckily, that's why I have to be extra vocal about the fact that I'm not like that. I'm not a racist. I'm not a Nazi. I'm not a fascist. I don't make excuses for fascists, unlike a lot of the gun community these days. This is how our gun rights will die. Yes, it is. That's how our gun rights are dying. He also said, I've owned a PSA level up to FN. I've owned PSA level up to FN level AR-15s, no Gucci ARs, but honestly, the difference between a $700 AR and a $2,000 AR is indecipherable. Yeah, I've always said I don't notice much of a difference. The only thing I really notice difference is like the charging handles. Like if you pull the charging handle back on my Colt and you pull the charging handle back on, let's say, an inexpensive AR, you'll feel a difference. You'll feel like, well, that feels cheaper. The spring don't feel as smooth or as strong, stuff like that. But it's minor differences. And you can upgrade that stuff in your gun so that it doesn't feel that way. So, I mean, the differences aren't that big. But it is easy to go from 700 to 2,000 when you're like, I want to make everything top notch. Yet I see people endlessly parroting the notion that anything short of a $5,000 KAC or Noveske is junk. Yeah, it's not true. Not even close. You can go buy yourself a $100 lower and build a gun as good as anybody else makes guns, period. If you can buy the parts and you can do it cheaper than they can, because they're also charging you for their name on it and the time they took to put it together, you're not going to pay yourself to put it together. So you can actually build a gun just as good as theirs and save yourself a lot of money. Did Smith & Wesson stop the key lock holes? No, not completely. They're slowly weaning things out, but hopefully they'll get rid of all of them eventually. But you got to remember that they own the same company as their own. So that didn't make any sense what I just said, did it? Audin 2 says, I wonder if you think the urban carry retention device can be removed. It could, but you wouldn't want the holster if it was. It isn't a good enough holster that you would want it if you removed the little system. So it wouldn't be a point. That's like saying, I wonder if it'd be worth buying a Yugo if I could take the engine out. Well, no, it's just now it's even worse junk than it was. Now it don't even run. Ghost Shadow says every gun manufacturer, shop, and store needs to tell California to fuck off, then refuse to sell or service guns to any California government agency. Well, a lot of them can't afford to do that, though, because that could be a lot of their sales. If Glock lost California, I mean, look at how many people forget how many people are in fucking California that buy guns. So a lot of ranchers, farms, they don't want to lose that. So they want to keep that market. They're not in the process of giving up market for politics. In fact, they're the other way around. They'll screw us politically to make more market, make more money. That's why you can't trust them to defend our rights, because they don't give two shits about that. They give us two shits about how many guns they sell this month and next. Where were we at? I don't think Clinton Barella ever told me who actually made that holster. Is it? That's not an 1890. I don't know who I recommended to him. I recommend usually it's either Azula or 1791, or if it's custom, Lone Wolf. But he didn't tell me which one that is. I didn't even show it, did I? Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Window. Boop. Boop. Share. There we go. There it is. There's the holster. Nice looking holster. Got the strap on it, everything. Got a nice gun in it, but I don't know which maker it was. I'm betting probably a Zula, but I don't want to assume. I do not want to assume. I think I already got that. Why is it just now telling me that I got something from Christian Carlson? I saw that quite a while back. Yeah, I don't know why it's telling me that. It's giving me another alert for a super chat I already answered. Yeah, there ain't nothing else over here. Because I got his last one about the 38 Super, which no one believes. I think that's it for chats tonight. Let me get over to the live chat here. Let me close this first. Come on. It just doesn't want to close my chat windows anymore. I clicked close chat like 3 times or close window like 3 times, and it just sits there. Oh, we did get one more here from Frank Rodriguez. Let me share this. Window. Yankee, I found this interesting. Simulator training at the Teachers Academy, a program created by the Utah County Sheriff's Department to train educational professionals for an active shooter event. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's a good thing, I think. It never hurts to get them teachers trained. I think more teachers should take a more active role in taking care of their classrooms and their students. Let me see, make sure we're all caught up here. I think we're all caught up on the emails and the super chats. Yeah, we didn't get a lot today, so we didn't have a lot to do over there. Johnny Mandrick says the third case is if non-citizens are entitled to carry guns. Okay, I don't think I'm following that one, so I don't think I really care about that one. I don't think they should, but what do I know? I could be wrong. It's not one of those things I really care that strongly about as far as our rights go. And the other one is what people with drug histories being denied gun rights. I think that's the other one, isn't it? That one I'm very interested in, but I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, and I ain't got time to look them up right now. I thought there was only like 3, but I can't remember. There might be 4, but I thought there was 3. I don't even know how many I've said so far, so might be 3. All right, I think that's everything caught up. Let's get over here to the live chat, see what we got going on over here. I gotta try to get to where I can go. What's your favorite and least favorite soup? Oh, oof. Does clam chowder count as soup? I don't think it does. It's chowder. So I'm not going to count it as a soup, but I love clam chowder, seafood chowder, especially like salmon chowder, seafood chowder. But I'm not going to count that as a soup because I think it's a chowder, and I think they're different things. It's more like gravy than a soup. So I'm going to say soup-wise, vegetable beef, homemade vegetable beef soup is my favorite soup that I make. I make a really good homemade spicy vegetable beef soup. It is really, really good. That's my favorite. But if we're talking about like out of a can, probably Campbell's tomato is my favorite. I love tomato soup. In fact, I eat tomato soup quite a bit, probably every other day. So I really like tomato soup, followed by chicken noodle soup. What was the rest of the question? What was my least favorite soup? Oh, God. I don't like more soups than I do. There was one I ate the other day. What was that? I tried it, and it was so bad. It was, what was it? Oh, forget what it was, but basically anything that's not, I like vegetable, I like chicken noodle, I like cream of chicken, I like tomato, and everything else I'm not really that big fond of. I like seafood soups, like the seafood, like bouillabaisse. I like that a lot. But what do I really hate? What was it? I got one the other day and I tasted it. And it was so bad. So bad. I don't like any bean soup, any type of soup that's based on beans. I don't want that. I don't like beans. There was one I got there today. It was like fennel or something. And it tasted like, I don't remember what, but it was gross. It tasted like dill. It had dill in it and it was gross. Yeah, it was really, really gross. Anything with dill in it. Blech. I like dill pickles, but I don't want it in the soup. Good Lord. So that's weird. I don't want that. Let's see. Where are we? What was that ding a minute ago? I don't think we got another order, did we? I think I got that. I think it was just a little late coming in, the notification. Yeah, it was just a little late coming in. I'm getting my notifications late over here. I don't know why. Stuff I've already answered 5 minutes ago, I'm getting notifications on. Okay, let's go here. What flavor was that Gatorade? No flavor, pretty much, but it's supposedly fruit punch, zero sugar Gatorade. I never did pour my soda, did I? How much time I got? We ain't got enough time left for me to pour my soda now. No point in it. I'll just put it back in the refrigerator in there. In the refrigerator. California has 40 million people and close to 10 million gun owners. Yeah, it's a big market. It's a big market. Don't want to lose that market. Men should avoid miso soup because it's loaded with estrogen from the soy that it's made from. I don't care. What am I going to do? Grow titties? Give me something to play with when I'm bored. Plus, if I could get them to where I could do that, get them going in different directions when you swing them. You ever see them do that? Ooh, I can't do it. Now that I'm losing weight, I definitely can't do it. I think that's it for us today. Let me get over here and make sure. I don't know if we'll post this as a chat today because we didn't get a lot of activity, but yep, that's it. Okay, I want to remind everyone that toy gun. Oh, I never did go over what we've earned for toy guns for tots so far. Let me do that. I added everything up, and right now we are right at $2,500. It's $2,532. And about 40% of that's been donated by one person, by the way. So I think they're in the lead for the top donor prize, which is going to be a Bond Arms Derringer with the engravings on it. I got to fucking contact Gordon Bond. Got to do that tomorrow. I'm going to set a reminder to do that tomorrow. Somebody send me an email tonight to remind me to do that. Give me about an hour after the chat, then send me an email to remind me to set a reminder to contact Gordon Bond. I got to call him. I got his number. I just got to call him. And I haven't done it because I'm fucking lazy and forgetful. So someone tonight, give me about an hour, and then call me and say, hey, remember to set yourself a reminder on your Alexa to call Gordon Bond. But with that said, we've raised about $2,532. And as far as how good that is compared to what we did last year, at first I panicked because someone had said we made $12,000 last year. I was like, well, we're a third of the way through. That ain't nowhere near. And you make more money in the first week than you do the rest of the time combined, usually. But really, we only made about 8,000 last year. So that we're closer to 8,000 when we are 12. 12,000 was for the animal rescue that we did the next month, which was down considerably from the year before. Right now, like I said, we're at just over $2,500. We're a third of the way through. So even if we did what we've done so far again each 10 days, which isn't likely because usually the first part is when you get most of the donations, that would put us at about 7,500, which would be less than last year. And the money's not going to go as far this year either. So I don't think we're going to do as good as we did last year, but we'll do as good as we can. Times are tough. People are struggling. Of course, people were struggling last year too. I mean, remember, the economy wasn't great last year, but it's just worse right now. It depends who you talk to, I guess. Some people want to like, economy's fine, Trump's doing fine. And you say, oh, good, well, then donate to, well, I'm struggling, everything's hard, everything's expensive. Depends on what you're asking of him. But like, does he not have shoes on? No, he does. Okay, I thought he had socks on in that picture of the gun or the holster. But so $2,532 right now. And today we made, let me go over and look and see. We made 2 times 18 for over there. So that's 36. I'm going to write down today's date. What is today? Today's the 11th, right? That was November 25. So there's 36 we made over here after they take their cut out of it. And then sales wise, I think we sold 2 toy guns for Tots items, which actually brings in like 16 something a piece. So let's say 17 a piece. So that's 34. So 36 and 34. We made $70 today. So add $70 for today. Plus $70. And it'll actually be a little less than that because there'll be other fees somewhere, I'm sure. But it'll be like a few cents. So, you know, on each transaction. All right. So that got us covered on what we made today and what we've made up till now. So right now we're at about $2,600. So let's hope we can at least triple that before we're done. Maybe once I announce what the prizes are, we'll get a big rush of donations too. But that's where we are. And I want to say thanks to everybody for showing up today. If you haven't participated yet, go on over to my website and do so. TYMPpistolproject.com. There's a link in the upper corner. Go on over, donate to Toy Guns for Tots, or support the channel any way you want to support it. But thanks everybody what you do, for coming, for participating, etc. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe till I see you again. Please hit that like button and share this video on whatever social media you have. Since this is a restricted channel, you're the only chance we have to overcome YouTube's anti-2A bias and discrimination.